tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. This place is jumping off hard as it can get. No, we won't ever stop dancing on the edge. We like it dangerous, we like to see you split. Turn up another notch, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you something. 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 Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about one of the most powerful technical indicators, in fact, one of the most powerful on-chain indexes, I should say, that I have personally ever seen in my entire technical analysis career. I've been working in the cryptocurrency space for over 4 years, every single day now, and I have literally never seen an index that calls the top and bottom of a bull market this perfectly. It is called the CBBI, and we're going to be looking at it today. It is a measurement from 0 to 100, and right now, we're only at 62. Generally, literally at the top of every single bull market, we see this index give us a flash of 100, meaning that we should be very, very far from the all-time high on Bitcoin. I've been saying for the last month and a half, I don't think the all-time high on Bitcoin is going to be hit in September. I think it's going to be closer to December, maybe even on into the beginning of next year. We're going to be talking about all of that and more in today's video. For example, Ethereum managed to break above what we call the golden pocket on the Fibonacci retracement. That is the 61.8% level all the way up to the 65% level. That is a massive breach for Ethereum, and it means that an all-time high run could be coming very soon on Ethereum, which could drag Bitcoin back up to all-time high as well. If we have time, though, we're also going to be diving into Coinbase. We have a couple of updates over there, so we are looking forward to today's show. It's going to be great. Make sure to smash that like button even before we get started, and subscribe to the fastest growing cryptocurrency technical analysis channel on YouTube. You will be glad you did. But first, I am joined, as always, by TA Tim. How you doing, Tim?
I think according to Smay, the headline or my name tag in the screen is still not TA Tim, and he will be shamed for that later. Just kidding. But
shame.
Went a new route. Got my tropical coconut body armor today, but just in case that fails and it sucks like the watermelon did, Celsius strawberry guava. So Find them in a local grocery store near you.
Yeah, I got the tried and true Bang Blue Raz. That'll keep us going. It's got 300 milligrams of caffeine, and I'm gonna need every single one of them. You guys asked me what kind of coffee I drink in the morning. I haven't had coffee lately. Actually, I've been drinking energy drinks because we've been so busy with the move-in. I haven't had a chance to make coffee, but that's okay. We're gonna get there. We're also joined, as always, by Smay. How you doing, Smay?
Hi, everybody.
What is your name now, Smay? Because Tim has gone from kind of crypto Tim to TA Tim. Smay, what is your
Some things are timeless.
My name is Smay.
Yeah.
No,
Smay's timeless.
no. I'm Crypto Jeb. He's TA Tim. You need something.
My name is Smay.
He's
Okay. He's definitely High Smay. That's what we're going to call him.
I'm Smay. I'm just Smay.
Well, shout out to Smay for producing the stream. Smay is awesome. As people are saying, the stream is starting to look better and better. We had some stuff done on the set today. We got even more things happening today. We're going to be painting this back wall. We got a lot of cool things coming. This is going to continue looking even better, and I can't wait to see where this is going in the next couple of weeks. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming up, both here on the channel and behind the scenes for our product line. So we're going to be talking about all of that and more in today's show. But first, let's go ahead and jump on to the indicator of the title. This is called the CBBI, otherwise known as the Bitcoin Bull Run Index right here. Currently, we're sitting at 59 as of today, September the 1st, 2021. And by the way, even before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Charismatic in chat, otherwise known as Kelly. He has actually joined our team for some time to help us do the research. So he is actually the one that found this indicator. Until this morning, I didn't know this indicator, I keep saying indicator, this index existed. So shout out to him for helping to bring this to my attention. If you guys like this index, then we will be doing an afternoon video on it as well. But first, we need to talk about what it is. This is an indicator that, that is made up of 11 different metrics. Tim's laughing at me because I can't speak. Made up of 11 different metrics. The golden ratio, the Bitcoin search term over on Google, which is something that we track here at the channel to see what you guys want. The stock to flow chart, which is something we talk about all the time here on the channel. The Pi Cycle top indicator, which is something that you guys are always asking for us to cover, and we probably will cover in the future. The 2-year moving average, the Bitcoin trend line, the Rupal/Nupal chart, that's net unrealized profits and everything like that. The Puel multiple, the MVRV Z-score, the RODL ratio, and the reserve risk. And this is the CBBI historical chart right here. Now, a few things jump out at me when I'm looking at this. I literally opened this screen about an hour ago and looked at this and said, that's what the stream's going to be about today, because this has literally perfectly called the top of every single bull market and the bottom of every single bull market. Fantastic find to Charismatic in chat. Thank you very much. If we look here, we're going to start with just the Bitcoin price. This is the Bitcoin price over the last 10 years or so. Starting back here in July of 2011, we can see the Bitcoin price on a logarithm scale rally all the way to where it is now of around $48,000. In the last 10 years, Bitcoin has rallied quite a bit, and over that time, we've had a multitude of different bull markets and bear markets. We saw the 2012 and 2013 bull market that rallied Bitcoin all the way from about, $1 to $1,300, $1,200 here at the end of 2013. We hit that all-time high, then we went into a bear market, and we bottomed out here just under $200 in early January of 2015. From there, we went into a bull market and hit $20,000. Now we're getting into my era where I have actually witnessed these things happening. We hit $20,000 December 17th. This chart's saying December 18th. It was December 17th of 2017. Then we hit a bottom down here in December of 2018 of around $3,500. Then we are now still in a bull market following that. Now, let's go ahead and overlay the CBBI and see what it says. Boom. Right here, you can see that the CBBI has perfectly called both of the tops. Let's start with the tops, and then we'll look at the bottoms. As you can see, there was a top on Bitcoin of around $1,200 here at the end of 2013. The CBBI hit a level of 100, which means if we look up here, confidence we are at the peak, that's what this number is measuring. We hit 100 at the very peak. So it more or less perfectly called this top. Looking to the end of the 2016-17 bull market, we can see that the very day that we hit $20,000 on the Bitcoin price action chart, we also hit 100 on the CBBI, meaning that it perfectly called this top as well. Looking at the bottoms, we can see that there are 3 major bottoms over the course of the last 10 years of price action. Number one, we can see one here in November of 2011. We went down to $2. Gosh, I wish I could have bought some Bitcoin back then. I was in middle school. I was in 6th grade back then. Tim, you were probably graduating high school in 2011. How old were you in 2011?
Not quite. I was a junior.
You're a junior? I was in 6th grade. I just moved to the county that we're in right now in 2011. Been a long time. Back then, the CBBI hit 7. Then we go here to the next major correction, the next major bottom, January of 2015. CBBI hit 6, its lowest level in years, and it called that bottom. Then we can also see CBBI hit 5 right here at the end of the 2018 bear market when Bitcoin pulled back to $3,300, and it hit 5 on December 15th, 2018. So what does this mean? Well, like I said, CBBI, the number, which is what the index is coming together to calculate, represents the confidence that we are at a certain peak. Right now, it's not sitting at 100. It's not even close. In fact, right now, if we look at the chart and we look at what it is saying, it's saying that we're sitting at a 59 out of 100. Well, remember what it means when we hit 100. It means that we're at the top. We've had 2 major bull markets that have blow-off tops every single time. Both of those times, CBBI has hit 100 and more or less perfectly called it. Same thing with the bottoms. Let's look at history where we are right now. Right now, we are sitting at 59. Let's look at the last couple of times that Bitcoin has been sitting at 59. The last time we were sitting at 59, Bitcoin was trading at $27,000. It was in the middle of a major uptrend. Before that, the last time we were sitting around 59 was when Bitcoin was at $2,000, and it would rally all the way to $20,000. Clearly, both of these instances, we were not at the top. If we look back to history again, and we look at one of the other times that we saw the CBBI sitting around 59 to 60, it was in 2013 where Bitcoin was trading at $127 and we would end up going to $1,200. So you get the point. CBBI is a composite index made up of 11 different metrics that more or less perfectly calls tops and bottoms of bull markets. I have in my history, I kid you not, I'm not saying this for clickbait, I have never seen an indicator call tops and bottoms as accurately as this one has. So what's the point here? Well, the point is, number one, we are going to be continuing to pay close attention to this index, and anytime it gives us any interesting information, we are going to tell you about it. But number two, I have been making the argument for the last month and a half, probably the last 2 months, that I don't think Bitcoin is going to hit all-time high in September. I think it's far too early, and I think Bitcoin is going to rally for far longer than that. Right now, for the CBBI to go to 100, which means we would probably be at the top based on the historical data, we would more than likely need to see 6 months of uptrend. If we look at 2016 and 17, which is the most analogous to where we are now, it took, let's see, 7 months for us to go from 59 all the way to 100, for us to go from $2,000 where we were at 59 last to $20,000 where we hit 100. Notice we hit 59 in May of 2017. It took all the way until December until we hit the all-time high. That's roughly 7 months. I've been saying that I think the bull market is going to last another 6 or 7 months. This is why I think that. Indexes like this and also the fundamentals and technicals that we're looking at indicate that the bull market is nowhere near over and that we have a lot farther to run. I think that we're going to go to over $100,000 or at least close to it in the next 6 months, and I do think that we'll probably see a top of this bull market in Q1 of next year. But however, I don't think that we are necessarily going to see this market repeat previous cycles exactly the same way that we have in history. What I can tell you is this: the top is almost certainly not going to be happening this month in September. We're going to be uptrending for far longer than that, and I think we're going to be back at all-time high in the next month or two. Tim, what do you think about this indicator, this index? I keep saying that. What do you think about this index? I know we need to do some more research on it. This is new on our table, but have you gotten any interesting tidbits from it?
Well, the only thing I will say is this isn't the first index that claims to have hit the top and the bottoms on every single thing ever. I like this. I want to do more research on every little bit of information that goes into it, what plays into it. I want to do even more, just looking at it. I want to really extrapolate those numbers and go in and look at all those places. Either way, I agree with the idea that it's saying, and which you just alluded to, that we are not anywhere near the top of this bull market. Even if I want to give a little bit of ground to that concept of maybe at the end of September we see a little bit bearish movement, we might see a correction at the end of September, but I don't think we're going to see and that we hit the top, we're done, we're going into a bear market, we're going back down to like 13,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not the case. I do believe before we hit a bear market, we will be hitting at least $100,000, if not pushing closer to 150, maybe even all the way up to 200, especially with some of the fundamental news of what is happening with adoption of Bitcoin. However, I don't know if I can just say, oh, okay, well, this index says it, so therefore that's the gospel of Bitcoin. It's true. There's no chance. I think when you pair this with everything else you do, that is what makes you say, hey, this is just one more argument and weapon in my arsenal to back up my belief that Bitcoin's nowhere close to being done.
I absolutely agree with you. And that's something that we preach every single day here on the channel. And that is that you can't take one piece of data and draw a conclusion on it. You have to look at as many pieces of data, as many different data points as possible. And by the way, that's one of the reasons I like these indexes, because the index itself takes into account 11 different metrics, all of which are very powerful in their own right. Nupal, for example, net unrealized profit and loss, is a fantastic index. That is part of the CBBI. Stock to flow ratio is part of it. I love stock to flow ratio. You go on down the list. It's one of the reasons I like indexes, because they bring into account multiple different factors. But of course, another factor that has almost always been accurate is that about, I think it's 600 days after the block halving, you generally see that the bull market is going to end. Well, in this case, that would be around the end of September. I don't think that's going to happen. So we need to make sure that we're taking into account as many data points as possible, bringing them all into a holistic point of view on the market, and making sure that we are being intelligent and not necessarily emotional with our predictions. With that said, I think we both, Tim and I, agree that we're probably going to see several more months of uptrend before we hit that all-time high. And I agree with you, Tim. I think we're going to be hitting at least $100,000. We might not quite get there. There is an argument to be made we could hit 85 or so and stop out, but personally I think we're going to go above that. Guys, if you're enjoying today's stream, make sure to smash that like button. We have 2,000 people watching. Thank you very much for joining us here. Make sure to smash that like button. I know we can get to 750 likes in the next couple of minutes. And I also want to give a shout out to all of our members. Someone asked just a second ago about the membership program. I'll go ahead and explain that briefly. The membership program is a way that you guys can support us while also getting rewards in return. If you hit the join button right below this video, then I have a video that I did about a couple of weeks ago explaining all the perks, all the benefits of everything. In fact, I think I was wearing the same shirt when I shot that, so make sure to check out that link down below. Hit the join button, a little video will start playing, and it'll explain everything to you. I'm hoping that we can launch a Discord server for all of our members in the next few weeks, maybe the next month or so that'd be really cool. Also, drop a 1 in chat if you'd like to see that. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Tim, let's go ahead and read some super chats before we move on.
Yeah, not a whole lot, and you just answered one of them, but we do have someone who just joined the Jedi Padawans.
Let's go.
Wilhelm Lone, I think.
Shout out.
Wilhelm Lone. Cryptoverse said, hey, super chat is working for me. Yeah.
Thank you, Cryptoverse.
Cryptoverse. And then Edward Hess said, hit those likes.
Indeed.
And so far, that is all I see, unless
Cool.
Zach is working on putting something new in there.
Edward Hess did say smash those
Yeah,
likes. Thank you guys so much. Oh, we got one more.
Yeah, just one more. Juan. Oh, we've had Juan before. Juan Piedrahita, I think. Then on the same indicator, the golden ratio is at 98%, and as accurate as the CCBI in general, the golden ratio is calling the end of the bull run.
Yeah, and that's a good point. This is something that I want to look at here. This is called the golden ratio, 51.49%. This is something that we're going to be looking at. It is calling the end of the bull market in, well, actually, it hasn't updated just yet. I need to look into this more before I talk about it a whole lot, but if you want to see what this is saying, you can see it right here. Like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about before I start talking about it, but this is something to pay attention to. Yes.
Okay, you have to let me know.
Here you go. Here you go, guys.
There you go. Okay, that's what he was trying to
There we go. Boom. So there you go right there. It has been very accurate, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. The golden ratio. This is talking a lot about how many days you're looking after the halving event. I personally disagree with this one because I think we're in a lot more. I think we're in a lot of a different position right now, and part of the reason I disagree with this is because it's based on just a time frame. It's not so much based on a ton of different indexes, a ton of different indicators and on-chain metrics like CBBI is. I think there's a lot of reasons to believe that we're not going to end this bull market as quickly as a lot of these indexes are calling for. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
But that's what that was going back to what I was saying. So many indexes say, "Oh, we have called the top and the bottom of every single," and I'm just like, "All right,
full screen."
This is a claim that I hear. I've seen technical analysts, and just so you guys know, Jeb has never claimed to be the guy who calls every single top and every single bottom.
Nope.
He is pretty good at saying, "Hey guys, the top is coming soon. Hey, the bottom's coming soon." However, he will never claim to be like, "I called that number." And I see analysts like that all the time, and I'm just like, man, it's really easy to make that claim in past tense and to say 2020. That hindsight is 2020 vision. I just don't. I call bluff. I call bluff on the indexes. I call bluff on the analysts.
Yep.
Markets are not that easy to call like that. Just because you made the call, you might have been right once or twice. That doesn't make you perfect and all time. Because I have seen people perfectly call things one time, and then they're like, "Oh, I perfectly called this." and then they make another prediction that never gets anywhere close to coming true.
Yep.
So we
That's
just got to
absolutely
keep that
right.
in mind when we're listening to these claims.
Can I
Absolutely.
answer something real quick? I see a lot of people mentioning in the chat. They want to know why Tim is so dark. He looks like he's in a closet. Well, guys, that was an intentional decision just because, well, obviously the lighting needs to be worked out. This is a temporary setup. But I'll go ahead and show you guys. This is what it looks like. He's just on the dark side of the room, and then Jeb's the one with the better light. That was intentional. We didn't want to, I was trying to get them to sit at the same table, but we chose not to, just so it a little bit more
Dynamic.
Like Jeb is the focus, so that was why we did that, guys.
Somebody just said, Agent Gold, one of our members, shout out to you, Agent Gold, said, past results do not guarantee future success. Applies to analysts just as much as it does to indicators and strategies. And I'll add to that indexes. You are absolutely right, my friend. And that is why it is our job as the analyst to know what we're talking about so that we can look at these markets and profitably make the most out of them. So absolutely, I totally agree. Corey just donated also. He said, and I mean smash the likes. Not enough emphasis on the first time saying it, but hope all is well. Hope the bull market does continue. I think he means for that long. Funny how some people speculate different time frames to when it ends. There's always going to be a multitude of different opinions, and that is why it's so important to look at those multitude of different opinions, because no one is going to be perfect every single time. But if you can try and ascertain where some certain people are right on certain things, you can get a better idea of what the future might hold.
Yes.
With that said, Tim, I know that you had some information on Ethereum that we wanted to look into, because if we can show my chart right now, Ethereum just broke bullish out of the golden pocket. We talked about this yesterday. The golden pocket is the Fibonacci retracement level in between 61.8%, which is the inverse of phi. If you're a math student, you'll know that's 1.618. It shows up everywhere. It is called the golden ratio. So 0.618 is very important. Then we also look at 0.65, 65%, and we call that the golden pocket. The golden pocket is almost always where the market is going to recover to after a major correction. So in this case, we have seen that in this case, Ethereum has recovered into and through the golden pocket right here. It was the top of our ascending triangle pattern that we were in that we broke yesterday. So now we are just a couple of $100, maybe even only about $12 above the golden pocket. We're breaking bullish out of it. It was the last major level that we needed to get above to see Ethereum go back to all-time high. Tim, how far away do you think we are from running back to all-time high on Ethereum? Is that coming this week, next week, or neither?
I don't think this week or next week. No, so neither to that one.
Okay.
But we are, when you're looking at it, what we just saw was a flag. We saw a bullish pennant, and now we've just broken out of that bull pennant.
Yeah,
so I think we're going to continue that flag run. The question is, let me look at the chart real quick as I say that, because what we need to do to get back to, or sorry, not back to, oh, I'm looking at the weekly chart. Holy cow, Tim. Get yourself together. All right, so to say that we're going back to a new all-time high or setting a new all-time high, we still have a good amount of work to do to get there. However, I do think this is something we could ascertain and accomplish by the end of September.
Okay.
Again, even going with his secret source that Ben has over there, he's predicting an end of the bull run in September. I think the information he has saying that we're going to see a massive September, I like that. Even just looking at the indicators, looking at the recent news and fundamentals, I support that concept. What I don't see and don't fully agree with Ben on is the idea that we're going to be ending at the end of September.
Yeah.
But within that context of the question being 1 or 2 weeks, no, I don't think that's enough time. I think, let me answer it a different way even. If we did hit a new all-time high in the next week or two, I would question the health of Ethereum.
Agreed.
And the long-term output, and then let you guys know, hey, if we in the next 2 weeks hit a new all-time high, take your profit, because we're going to have a little crash after that.
Yeah.
Maybe not a bear market crash, but we'll probably plop back
So you
down
think if we hit
to
it
below where we are right now.
So you think if we hit it really quickly, we won't break through it and we'll have a correction before we get through it?
I mean, we'll hit it. So remember on Bitcoin in May, when we would... Did you see the length of those wicks?
Oh, yeah.
The candles would not close there, but those wicks were massive.
On the daily?
On the daily.
Yep,
well, you
I'm
can look
showing
at
them.
daily, you can look at 4-hourly. Those wicks were, even on the 4-hourly, they were big. Because, especially that one day, I'm going to the Bitcoin chart. Let's see. The day was the 19th of May.
The 19th, yeah. Look at that wick.
The wick there.
Yep, absolutely.
I think we're going to see the exact opposite.
That's a negative 18% wick. Just the wick.
If Ethereum did that, like jumped within the next week or two to new all-time high, you're going to see a wick on the top side of that candle.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that happens. So if we look back here, for example, and I don't mean to cut you off, but just so the audience can see it, if you look back to June 26th, I was live streaming when this happened. I was live when it hit the all-time high, and I was warning people like, hey, this is probably not the best time to buy in. We saw that, not that I called it perfectly, but in that case, anyway, you get the point. You get the point. Right here, Bitcoin was trading at $12,900, and it rallied 7% on the wick on June 26th, and then had a big correction. We saw the same thing happen back here in 2017, Bitcoin rallied from $17,500 to $20,000, 15% on the wick. So what Tim is saying is that we could see a blow-off top form on Ethereum, where we rally all the way up to the all-time high, we get overextended, and the bears come crashing right back down because they want to take their profit.
And to just clarify, that is if it happens in the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
If we can stay healthy, which is what I'm actually... if Ethereum was a kid, I'm super proud of this kid for taking his time, for not getting crazy.
You used to work in youth ministry, didn't you?
I did stuff with college students, and I also okay, when we talk about crazy resumes, I have been
he does have a crazy resume.
I've worked in lawn care. I've worked in childcare. I worked at an after-school program called Kids Count, which is amazing, helping kids after school get their homework done, because studies have shown if kids don't get caught back up, kids who fall behind a grade who don't get caught back up by the 3rd grade, I can't remember the exact number, but it's a ridiculous number, the amount of them that don't graduate high school, go to prison. So it was a whole program. So that was really cool. I was there for a year.
That's why we
I did ministry. Then I went back and worked at another gym, and now I'm here. So
what he just said, by the way, this is completely off topic, but it's important. What he just said is why we wear these little bands right here. Made for More is a ministry that our company donates to. So that
really cool.
They are. Tim, can you give like a little 10-second spiel about what they do?
Made for More is well, I want to do a full out one at some point, because we know the head of that ministry really well.
Yep.
But he's literally going into inner city middle schools at this point. He wants to do high schools. He's also the chaplain of the UF football team. Maybe we can get him on the show someday.
Yeah, I'd love to have him on stream.
But he has a history where he was a top 20 running back recruit in the nation.
Yep.
But he got a massive concussion that ended his football career. Yep. And now he is going around in Gainesville for now, just helping kids understand sports is not the end-all, be-all. You are made for more. Yep. And teaching them leadership and development and financial skills.
So cool. Guys, definitely check them out on Google. But as far as Ethereum hitting all-time high, there is one thing I want to bring to your attention, Tim, and I want to get your take on. I don't know if you can see on my chart. Maybe you can see if we jump to it right now. There was the fact that Ethereum was in this bull pennant. Rallied all the way up to the golden pocket right here at around $3,400. We were trading sideways. Of course, the way that we do a price target is we take the rally that led into that and then simply extrapolate it. If we were to extrapolate that, not only does that give us the price target, it also, in general, will give us the time frame. Maybe it takes a little bit longer because the second half normally isn't quite as bullish as the first half, just because it's harder to add more valuation as you go up, but you get the point. If we do extrapolate like that, then that would be predicting that we would hit all-time high on September 18th. Okay. What do you think about that?
September 18th?
I don't think that we should take that indicator, extrapolation on face value. I've said that many times for many years. However, it is interesting that it's saying we would probably hit all-time high around September 18th. Like I said, normally you want to expect the second leg of a half-staff formation like this to take longer than the first. So maybe we're looking at by the end of the month is the prediction.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with the 18th. I think what I said before, I think the end of the month.
Yeah.
Again, in a healthy manner, the soonest it could be is the end of the month.
Agreed.
In an unhealthy manner, it could happen tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think there's enough volume or enough pushing it to do that. But again,
yeah, I don't think
things could change. Cardano could do something. Like Cardano could blow up and hit a new all-time high tomorrow. That's
well, it's only like $10 or 10 cents away from it.
But just so you guys know, when you look over the notes, because I've now started doing this slowly by slowly. The 3 charts I look at almost every single morning for the last couple of days is the daily, the 4-hourly, and the hourly. Love what is happening with Ethereum on the daily chart. So pretty much everything that has significance on the daily chart is a bull movement, except for the Bollinger Bands. On the Bollinger Bands, we are a little bit overextended. We're going to see that on the 4-hourly chart as well. However, when you're overextended on the Bollinger Bands, even though you should be expecting a correction, sometimes that correction is sideways and just moving. It's also a great indication of telling you just had a great couple of days.
Absolutely.
Which is what we had with Ethereum. Great couple of days. Other than that, we have, that bullish news of the breaking out of the golden pocket.
Yeah.
We are about to have a bullish MACD cross on the daily chart. Maybe it already happened, but I was
It's going to
checking
happen
this morning.
tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, and then
I'm showing them, by the way. So
we
have
are
our screen
playing
up.
out bullish RSI divergence right now. Now, we could be forming some bearish RSI divergence, so let's keep an eye on that. But for right now, we are playing out RSI divergence, so that is bullish. And we had a bullish formation, which is breaking out of a bull pennant to continue a flag. So that is the daily chart. When we move down, here's where I think potentially, and again, this is healthy, but on the 4-hourly and hourly chart, it is not so bullish. It's actually a little bit more bearish because on the MACD, the histograms are slowing down the growth. That's a bearish move. That is a sign that a lot of bullish momentum on Ethereum in that window of time is starting to slow down. We saw a green 9 flash 12 hours ago. That's a bearish sentiment on TD sequential, and still over there we see overextended Bollinger Bands. It gets even a little worse when we go down to the hourly chart where we saw a green 9 flash 5 hours ago on the hourly chart. We are seeing bearish RSI divergence, which is meaning that what I love is that we see bullish daily divergence, but bearish hourly divergence. All that means is a small correction for us to continually grow.
Yep.
But that is happening there. We are probably about to see a bearish cross on the MACD on the hourly chart, and the 20 EMA is the only good news is the 20 EMA of the hourly 20 EMA is looking like good support. So that is good news because that is continuing to go up, and if it's our support, that means the price should still keep going up.
Yeah.
But that is my breakdown of Ethereum. Overall, I love what it's doing. I think it's being healthy right now.
So short, medium, long term. Short term, next 7 days. Medium term, the next month.
If you were thinking to enter a
term.
trade today, I don't think this is the time to do it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a little bit of a correction of the price.
So it's not a time to short even if it's overextended.
If you entered a trade yesterday, or if you're willing to enter a trade and say, hey, I'm not going to get out of this trade for the next couple of days, I think this is like according to the daily chart, which means like the way I would do it is if I'm trying to do like a couple hours of a trade, like I'm going to enter a trade right now and then sell or take profit 5-6 hours from now, I'm looking at the hourly chart. If I want to do like 1, maybe 2 days, I'll look at the 4-hourly chart. But if I'm thinking like all the way up to a week time frame for my trades, maybe even longer, I'm looking at the daily chart. So like I said, if I'm looking for a long, and I know that terminology is the wrong way. If I'm looking for a good time frame of a long, I'm looking at daily chart, and I'd enter right now. I think there's a lot of good stuff happening there. When I shorten that up and go like 2 days, couple hour long trade, that's where I'm like, hey, this isn't the right time to do that. You're not going to get the most out of your trade. Go ahead and wait for it to hit a support and bounce back up.
Shout out to Crypto Tim, guys. One of the things that we've been doing in our stream planning is, one, we've had Kelly come on, Charismatic in chat. We've had him come on and help us with a lot of the research so that we have a lot more higher quality information we can bring to you guys. And Tim's actually taken a lot of the technical analysis load off of me, so he's been doing a lot of the technical analysis in the mornings with everything he's learned over the last 9 months so that I'm freed up to read a lot more articles, do a lot more research, put the stream together, and provide you guys the best quality product possible. So shout out to Tim for all the TA that he is doing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying me kind of following along and showing you what he's talking about so that you guys are able to follow along and have a visual with him. Drop a 1 in chat if you like that new format. Of course, I'm not going to stop doing technical analysis, but every once in a while I want to hand it over to Tim and see what he can do. He's doing a great job. Phenomenal. I haven't seen him miss anything. He is a great technical analyst, and he's constantly coming up with stuff that I haven't even seen because I'm running all over the place trying to make sure the company is running correctly. So shout out to Tim. Drop a 1 in chat if you are enjoying that. Let's go ahead and read some super chats. And guys, smash that like button. I know we can get to 1,200 likes here in the next couple of minutes. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
Now, you read a couple out of turn, so I just want to make sure. Did we talk about XRP at all?
I don't believe we have.
All right, so Detail Driven said thoughts on XRP.
Thoughts on XRP? I need to go back to the drawing board on XRP because, as you guys probably saw on ATB, I was wrong on something and Ben called me on it. He was right. I need to go back and look into XRP some more before I give any more takes on it. But so I'm not going to answer that one right now.
No, I mean, so as far as me, with my interview with Matt Hamilton, I had, I don't know, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, as you guys know, before that interview.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, what the heck why would we even get an XRP? It seems like the enemy of crypto. It seems like the enemy of decentralization. Mm-hmm. But I loved having that conversation because, and I told him at the very beginning, I'm open to change my mind. He changed my mind. Now, did he change my mind as so far as to say, wow, I need to sell all my Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and just get an XRP? No. The truth is I don't even own XRP at this point. It is something I want to get into. If you look at the price action, there's a lot of moments you can look at it and be like, dang, I should have gotten into it a month ago. Should have gotten into a month ago. Should have gotten into a month ago. Yeah. I'm not beating myself up because I don't think that XRP will rival Bitcoin, which is what some people believe it will. And I know we probably have some XRP army out there. Love you guys.
Hashtag XRP Army in the chat if you guys are here.
I think XRP is going to do really, really, really well. I am just now, for your guys' information, getting back into. So 2 weeks ago was the first time I had invested again or entered a trade in a couple of weeks because, as we talk about on the channel all the time, do not use money you need for other things to invest or trade. Like, do not put yourself in a hole financially just to try to invest more in crypto. Take money that you can do without. If it were to be gone tomorrow, if you were to set it on fire, it would not ruin you. Take that money to invest and trade. So that's what I did. My wife and I had a lot of bills we had to pay, a lot of things we had to do. So I took probably about a month of no trading, no investing, just, hey, I need to use this money for now, and I'll get back to it. So I just started that about a week and a half or so ago, started back. And XRP is something that I'm looking at. I don't like the levels XRP's at right now. So moving forward, XRP, just so you guys know, it is something I plan on getting my hand involved with, but not at this moment. I still want to see... I want to see us get even closer. It's almost like the writing's on the wall. XRP is going to win that lawsuit.
Yeah, seems
but
like
it's not it's like the T's and the I's still need to be crossed and dotted.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my thoughts on XRP.
In the words of NF, we still have to cross our I's and dot our T's, as you could say.
Okay,
that's a lyric from one of the songs. Sean, I think, said, hashtag go Hokies.
Yeah, okay. Big game this Friday.
Hashtag go Hokies. Oh,
big game this Friday that coincides.
Wait,
literally,
football season started?
Yeah, it started last week officially.
Oh, okay.
And
I didn't know that.
college did start, and then this week is the first major week of it. We'll talk about that. We have a show this Friday.
Boom.
Between two coins that starts at the exact same time as Virginia Tech game. So I might be a
no.
little distracted. I'm going to do my best to be on the show, but also be paying attention to what happens there.
Tim, you poor thing.
Matt C and I have like a little bet. He's a UCLA fan. Go Bruins, you know. I have nothing against the Bruins.
Roll Tide.
But we have a little bet who's going to have a better record. UCLA had a great week last week. Granted, they were playing Hawaii, who's really not that good, but they manhandled them. That running back at UCLA looks very talented. They play LSU this week, so good luck, Bruins.
There you go.
Anyway, we'll keep moving on. Did you read the one about when do you think Bitcoin is going to take off?
Nope.
Okay, so Rick4962 said, when do you think Bitcoin is going to take off? And then it says your, and it ended. I don't know what happened.
I think it's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. I think Ethereum is more than likely going to be the one that really gets the ball rolling, and we're going to see Ethereum break up towards all-time high in the next couple of weeks. We actually talked about this on Around the Blockchain over on BitBoy's channel yesterday. I think that Ethereum is going to kick off this rally. There's so much going on over there. I mean, we've seen the transaction fees double up to like $28 yesterday. The amount of volume going on in Ethereum, and therefore the amount of interest on Ethereum right now is it's huge, and the amount of people that are looking to trade and use Ethereum is massive. I think Ethereum is about to explode, and when it does, it's probably going to drive Cardano with it, and then the altcoins are going to go, and you're going to see Matic and Polygon and all these different cryptocurrencies massively rally that are attached in any way, shape, or form to smart contracts. Solana is probably going to do very well, for example. The rest of the cryptocurrency market is going to rally in a big way, and then Bitcoin is probably going to follow their footsteps, break above its Fibonacci golden pocket between 61.8 and 65%. We're going to see a big rally starting and kicking off there. And then we're going to start moving back towards all-time high. I think that Bitcoin is going to be back at all-time high in the next 45 days. Ethereum is probably going to be back there in the next 30 days. And we're going to see a massive rally in the next couple of months moving on into quarter four. I don't think we're going to see a bearish September like we've seen in past. In fact, I think we're going to see a very bullish September in this case. Good question.
Moving forward, so he put a note in here. I don't know if I like this. Zach put a lot of things saying he saw in chat. Tim is King Daddy. I don't really like that.
Oh, no. Do not like that.
That's
I feel like
that's
you
too much for
planted
me.
that. You planted that.
That sounds like a plant.
Why would I plant that?
That sounds
Because
planted.
I have not seen that in chat once.
I haven't seen that in chat once either.
Okay, literally, if you have seen that in chat, I've seen it several times now. Hit
Have
a
you?
1 in chat if you guys have seen that in chat.
No.
Anyway, moving
I've
forward.
not seen that.
Rick4962 said Yard Dog Landscaping Knoxville.
I used to live in Knoxville.
Shout out to all you guys. Oh, shout out Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. Shout out to all you guys. Yeah.
I lived in Knoxville when I was 4 years old.
Listen,
I was born in Gatlinburg.
Rick is a hardworking guy. Landscaping,
Oh, yeah.
that is, I said, I had 3 different jobs working in lawn care and landscaping, and
It's
was
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I used
you
to live
don't
on...
really have to go to the gym that much when you
No,
do
I used to live on 7 acres, and I was always outside with a hatchet or a machete or a chainsaw doing work. So I mean, I've never worked in lawn care, but I've done a lot of property maintenance, and it's a lot. It's fun, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Liberty Above All said, got to take off a few early today, but great show so far, guys. I'll be sure to finish up before the afternoon video. And ATB, would love to hear your thoughts on
Zilliqa.
Zill one day soon, Jeb. Cool cool project in my opinion.
Hopefully we can do that. I need to. I'm actually going to be looking into a lot of altcoins here pretty soon. Zilliqa is one of the ones that I want to be doing on that. So yeah, hopefully we can.
Yeah. Juan Peter Hita said, I understand what Tim said about Ethereum, but remember that after the all-time high of Bitcoin ending a bear market, altcoins keep rallying for 1 month or so.
That is actually something that was brought up on around the blockchain last night. That is what happened the last two bull markets. Well, not the last two bull markets. The last bull market and the last faux bull market that we saw in 2019. We saw a big rally on Bitcoin in 2019, and obviously the bull market ended in 2017. Ethereum and altcoins hit all-time high about a month after Bitcoin did. I think in this case, we might actually see the altcoins take the lead instead of Bitcoin, just because there's so much interest in the altcoins, and the altcoin space is far more developed now than it was 3 and 4 years ago when those two faux bull market and the actual bull market occurred. Back then, really the main store of value, the main use case of cryptocurrency was a store of value in Bitcoin. But now these cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Solana and Cardano and even XRP have so much adoption going on that I think they're probably going to be the ones leading the charge this time.
You know, I think, and this.
What do you think about that, Tim?
Juan Peter Hita is saying, because I wasn't really sure what he was saying. I hear what Tim's saying about ETH, but it sounds like he's disagreeing with me. But I don't hear all that what he said disagree with me. As far as this, altcoins are going to take the lead from Bitcoin, and you know that is the same sentiment of argument that people are saying. You know, Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin. People are saying Cardano's going to flip Ethereum.
I don't think he's going to flip it. No, I don't think he's going to flip it. No,
I have this sneaky suspicion that people are getting away from Bitcoin because they're not seeing a lot of massive price movement in it. However, what do we see and who do we see dabbling the most in it is new whales and institutions.
But I think a lot of them are also getting involved with Ethereum and these others.
But what I have this sneaky suspicion that's happening right now is they're all in that concept of trying to accumulate as much as possible because they see the future of it. These big whales, the big players, they see the value of Bitcoin. They see it as being a potential future currency that the world could actually operate on. I think that they are purposefully holding this down, and they're continuing to compress the price so they can get as much of it as possible.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I think you're right that in terms of price action, altcoins are going to lead the way, but there will be a day and there will be a time where Bitcoin's price will explode in a healthy format because of the way it's been suppressed and the way that all those institutions and whales are going to say, all right, it's time. It's time, open the floodgates, release the dogs, boom. And Bitcoin's going to explode. And it's going to get to a place where, to acquire a lot of it, you're going to have to be one of them.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's involved in it right now and anyone who has been involved for a while, man, hold down the fort. Hold down. You're gonna be super profitable and have a lot of money because it's one of those things. I don't want it to be this way, and Bitcoin will defeat this sentiment. It's just going to allow for a little bit longer. But the rich do control everything. The rich and the powerful do control everything.
They do.
The thing though is if you, just like we've talked about before, if you're one of those feeder fish that stay on the shark and you ride the shark and you ride the whale, you go everywhere they go.
Yes, sir.
And you grow as they grow. So
absolutely.
Yep.
And that's what we need to do is we need to figure out where is the tide turning, and we need to make sure that we are following the tide, not trying to fight against it, because that's when you get ripped out to sea in a rip current and you don't come back. You want to make sure that you are working with the changing winds, not against them, because you're going to be much better off.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right, moving forward, we got West River Buck saying, curious about your thoughts on XLM. Cup and handle formation, think there's a good potential there?
I can look at XLM really quickly. I don't have a ton of time to do it because we have a lot of other stuff that we have to look into. As far as the cup and handle formation, I'm assuming you're talking on the daily chart. The daily chart, yes, this does actually look like a cup and handle formation. I would agree with you right there. That is exactly what a cup and handle formation looks like. If that were to break out, you'd probably see XLM rally back to 0.6. It's in dollars. Yeah, you'd probably see XLM rally back to about 60 cents in that case. Fundamentally, though, I'm not the biggest fan of XLM. Smay, I know you have some thoughts on XLM. What are your thoughts on XLM?
Poopy. It's poopy.
It's poopy.
I mean, it just goes right back to that thought we said yesterday, is that XLM was feeding off of the downside of XRP, and now that XRP is back on the rise, I fear that XLM... A lot of different projects can work together and coexist. I don't know if XRP and XLM can.
I really don't think they can either. I totally agree with you.
And I had to choose a dog in that fight. I choose XRP.
Yeah, I would definitely choose XRP in that fight.
I mean, I think it just boils down to the fact that at the end of the day with XLM, it's not only becoming irrelevant because of XRP, but say XRP doesn't go anywhere, it's now irrelevant because of Bitcoin. So it kind of struggles from like a a multi-problem. Like pretty much every other cryptocurrency can do it.
The only thing is that XRP and XLM do a little bit different. They have a little bit different use case than Bitcoin. They're similar in some regards, but they also are a little bit different.
But I mean, like, so when I learned about XLM, what I had learned about it was that the whole point of it was a way to make the exchange of fiat money from one country to another country easier. That's XLM. XRP, I don't know. But as far as I know, that's similar use case for XRP. I could be wrong. But once Bitcoin, like if people start transferring Bitcoin from country to country, you don't need that. Also, if you get to the point where you're transferring literally any other cryptocurrency, you don't really need that.
Brandon is saying, Tim, they are different. One's for retailers, the other's for bankers. That's something that we'll
So
look
the
in.
only thing I would say to that is if you go back and watch my interview with Matt Hamilton, because I'm assuming what he's saying is that XRP is for bankers and that XLM is for the
I think
retailers.
that's what he's saying, yeah.
That's not true. Actually, when I was talking with Matt Hamilton, while banks can take advantage of it, it's actually still for retail investors as well, and even more so, it's even for like the little bankers, because like a lot of times when we're talking about the bankers, we're talking about the big guys, and that was one of my issues with those. Like it seems like it's just a way for the big banks to stay in power, and he was talking about actually no, it actually gives power to the little guys.
Yeah,
and that's what's kind of cool. That's one of the things I like about XRP is actually in that research that I was able to do with Matt, and then go do my own and read more and do more research. I think XRP actually is very beneficial for people.
Donks.
And that's why I think it can coexist with Bitcoin. It doesn't have to rival. We don't have to pit them against each other.
Yeah.
But when it comes to XLM and XRP, I do think we have to.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. So, guys, if you're enjoying today's stream, make sure to smash that like button. We're the fastest growing cryptocurrency technical analysis channel here on YouTube, and we're trying to bring you the highest quality educational and informational content possible. So make sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going to continue talking here about some news articles, and then we're going to do a speed round on the super chats because we have a ton of them today. Thank you guys so much for your support. But really quickly, I want to go ahead and move on to some articles having to do with Coinbase. I want to talk a little bit about Coinbase because, as you know, they're one of the largest exchanges in the world for cryptocurrencies. They're publicly listed, and they are the ones that we do a lot of business with here personally at our company. Now, I want to start using more decentralized exchanges, and we're going to talk about DEXs here in a second, but I want to give you a couple of updates on what's going on with Coinbase. Coinbase's Bitcoin reserves dropped to the lowest level since December 2017. This is an on-chain metric that you need to be paying attention to, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Investors seem ready to go on the day, with reserves on major crypto exchange Coinbase at their lowest level since December 2017, 700,000 Bitcoin, and almost $20 billion in stablecoins sitting across centralized trading platforms ready for conversion. After a period of moderate Bitcoin inflows following the May sell-off, Coinbase has seen a large outflow of coins. On-chain analytics firm Glassnode commented on the data. We would still love to have Glassnode sponsor the channel, so if anyone from Glassnode is watching, feel free to shoot us an email. We would love that. You can see here on this chart from Glassnode that the total amount of Bitcoin, 1 million Bitcoin, was sitting on Coinbase back in January of this year. It has massively plummeted, and just in the last couple of weeks, it has continued to go down again, dropping all the way to 700,000 Bitcoin from where it was just a couple of weeks ago at 750,000 Bitcoin. We talk about the net inflows and outflows on exchanges quite a bit here because the theory goes that the more cryptocurrency is moving off exchange, the less people are looking to sell it, and those people are more than likely moving it to a storage so that they're able to hold it long term. What that means is that if we're seeing a massive decrease in the amount of people having cryptocurrency on exchange, it means that they're not looking to sell the cryptocurrency, they're looking to hold the cryptocurrency. On the other hand, the amount of stable coins in a cryptocurrency exchange is very important because the more stable coin that you have on a crypto exchange, the more likely it is that you are going to be seeing a lot of people preparing to buy into a cryptocurrency from fiat. So what we've seen in the last several months is we've seen Bitcoin move off of exchanges into long-term storage. We've also seen the amount of wallets holding cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin mainly for the long-term increase dramatically, but we've also seen the amount of stable coins on exchanges go up. That means that more people are looking to buy into cryptocurrencies down here at these lower levels, even despite the rally that we've seen where Bitcoin has rallied 50% in just the last couple of weeks. So Bitcoin is looking very bullish for a multitude of reasons, not just the CBBI, which we talked about earlier, but also for reasons such as these. But there's another thing that we want to talk about here. And that is that Coinbase looks like they're going to be using Polygon, Matic, to help with scaling. This is a really big deal for anybody who uses Ethereum, especially anyone who uses Matic. I was talking about Matic a little bit on ATB yesterday. An engineering team at the U.S. cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase plans to integrate Polygon's Layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum with the exchange platform. The move marks a first for Coinbase's protocol team, which will attempt to reduce high prices and long settlement times, according to a press release on Tuesday. What we talked about yesterday was that the gas fees on Ethereum have massively increased. It costs up to $30 right now to send cryptocurrency on the Ethereum blockchain, and that's just not very healthy for Ethereum. It does mean that there's a lot going on Ethereum. It means that the fundamentals are probably doing very well, but as far as simple retail adoption, how many people are going to spend $100 or less investing in Ethereum when it takes them that much Ethereum just to transact it? If they want to mint an NFT or something, they have to use that much Ethereum. That is not something that is scalable. However, that's why Polygon and Matic and some of these other Layer 2 scaling solutions are coming online, and that's why Coinbase is looking at this. Integrating with Coinbase will allow exchange users to withdraw directly onto supported L2 solutions, Layer 2 solutions. An exact date for the Layer 2 integration has not yet been made public. The Coinbase protocol team is an experienced group of engineers aiming to contribute to the scaling of blockchains and community building. The team focuses on integrating various technologies with Coinbase products. The aim is to help level the playing field while ensuring retail users don't get priced out of being able to participate in the budding ecosystem, according to their release. They say this will certainly help improve the Coinbase user experience. Let's go to full screen and discuss this. Two things. Number one, people are withdrawing cryptocurrency from Coinbase, likely moving it into long-term storage, meaning that Bitcoin is being hodled, meaning that the cryptocurrency of Bitcoin is being taken out of circulating supply, meaning that the economics of Bitcoin are even more bullish than they were, meaning the stock-to-flow ratio is higher, meaning that it's more scarce, meaning that it's a better long-term store of value, which is the whole purpose of Bitcoin. Did you get that? That's very important, and Bitcoin is doing very well right now based on these metrics. Based on other metrics, Coinbase is going to be adopting Polygon and using it to help with Ethereum scalability. This is not only a good thing for Bitcoin because we're seeing Bitcoin get locked up in long-term storage, we're also seeing Matic, Polygon, being adopted by Coinbase, which is undoubtedly going to be huge. If we look up Matic, Polygon's the name, Matic's the ticker symbol, we can see that it's only up 2.7% over the last 24 hours as this comes online, and we're going to do more research about this and keep you guys up to date on this. As this comes online over on Coinbase, it's probably going to be very beneficial for Ethereum's price action and Polygon's price action, so be looking at both of those, and it also means that the user experience on Coinbase is continuing to improve. Now, I think that it is a good idea for us to use decentralized exchanges as much as possible, but I completely agree with many people in the crypto space who say that we're never going to completely get away from centralized exchanges like Coinbase. We're always going to have centralized institutions working in the cryptocurrency market, so it's actually a very good thing for the fundamentals of crypto that exchanges like Coinbase are making such big strides, such as helping to accelerate and work with the transaction times and fees over on Ethereum. So, Tim, how important is Coinbase's success to the rest of cryptocurrency success, considering that Coinbase is a multi-$100 billion exchange and one of the most commonly used by newer participants to the crypto space?
Yeah, I was going to say right there, the last sentence you just said is why they're so important, is bringing people in. What I love about the metric you just read, Jeb, is that concept of people taking stuff off the exchange is a sign of education, okay?
Agree. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a sign of people actually learning more about how to handle their money and the safety of it. And I know there's some of that is frustration, because I've seen reports that some people are frustrated with Coinbase and it seems like their money is locked and stuff. However, it's an education of knowing, hey, if the smartest thing for me to do is actually hold this, let it sit, let me have control over it myself. However, Coinbase's value in bringing people into the crypto space and making it easy. That's one of the selling points of Coinbase. That's one of the things we tell people. I mean, Jeb, you were the one that, I remember when you set me up.
Set you up on Coinbase.
We were talking about exchanges. You said use
exchanges.
Exchanges. Gosh. When you set me up, you said
feel you, man.
Use Coinbase because it's the easiest. It's the simplest. I just set up. So we were talking about Made for More's director, Joel. I set up Joel. And I said, he
you got him set up on Coinbase? Cool.
What exchange should I use? I said Coinbase. And I said the reason why is because it's so easy to set up.
Yeah.
It gets people involved. Same thing with Dogecoin. We hate Dogecoin. But the thing we have to give Dogecoin props for is they got people into crypto.
Yes,
and I have witnessed friends and family tell me about their Dogecoin holdings, and then be like, all right, Tim, you were right. That sucked. But I now hold Bitcoin. I now have Cardano. I now have Ethereum. I now have Solana. And they tell me all their stuff. I'm like, thank you. Like, that's awesome. And only a few of those actually went and lost. I know a lot of people went and lost on Dogecoin. Either way, getting back to Coinbase, Coinbase is valuable. And I wouldn't say, I do think there will become a day where the education of crypto will no longer need Coinbase to operate the way it currently is operating at its scale.
Yeah.
But for now, we need Coinbase to be what it is. We need, I know Binance isn't doing well, but we need Binance. We need BlockFi. We need all these exchanges. And even though I don't utilize all of them, I'm very glad they're there because they bring in the adoption. They bring in people getting involved. And the good thing about money and what I love about crypto, especially Bitcoin, is the soundness of it, the hardness of it makes people actually care about their money. And when you care about something, you research it, you think about it, you put a lot of thought into it, and that is what's going to breed a stronger, more established world economy.
Absolutely.
And sound money is when people actually know what they're doing.
Two things. Number one, we are getting invaded by Crypto R Us's fan base with the We Are Georges. We are all George. Crypto R Us is a really cool guy. I want to do.
Did we ever do? We were going to do.
We were going to do a collaboration with him, and
we
then
just set that back up.
Yeah, no, it was my fault. We were in an email chain, and I kept having to reschedule on him, and then it fell through because I was busy, and my bad. We're going to work on that. I do want to do something with Crypto R Us. But the second thing I want to say is that the reason that Coinbase is so important is because a business's job is to solve a problem. Right? So the better you solve a problem compared to how big of a problem the problem is, the further apart these two are. The bigger the problem is and the better you solve it, the more money you're going to make. That's how business works. Right now, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are very confusing. Our business is to make it not confusing. So if it's extremely confusing and we do an extremely good job of explaining it, we have a good business. Coinbase takes advantage of the problem that cryptocurrency is not user-friendly in the slightest. And they do a pretty good job of being user-friendly. So they take a problem, cryptocurrency is hard to understand for the newer investor, and they make it simple. That's why Coinbase is so successful, and that's why Coinbase will remain so successful. I know they need to get their customer service fixed. I can understand that. We're a fast-growing company too, and it is hard. I'm sure they're going to get there. Coinbase is I like Coinbase, put it that way, and I think it is where a lot of people work in it. And I think the more that Coinbase succeeds, the more that the rest of cryptocurrency succeeds, so long as they don't try and do anything funny with that centralized power that they have. With that said, everybody's saying we're all Jeb. We're all Jeb. There we go. We're all Jeb.
Let's do some super chats.
Let's do some super chats. We got to catch
here's
up.
The other thing I would say is that let's do a video, even if we have a different, because I know you have a good idea for an afternoon video already.
Yeah.
Right? Let's do 2 videos today.
Okay.
We didn't really touch on Bitcoin TA. Let's
You're
do
right.
a Bitcoin TA video today.
Okay.
And so we're going to release 2 videos. You guys will be good.
Poor Smay.
Smay will be okay. He'll be okay.
He'll live.
We'll pay him.
We pay
today
him?
only, you know.
We pay him?
I get paid?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Today
you get
only.
paid.
Today only.
Okay.
Crypto Alchemist says, love the TA guys. Can't wait to use profits and enroll in CT2A.
Let's go.
Thoughts on Raoul Paul's belief on the future of social tokens like Rally or Chili's?
I'm not
I don't know
familiar
what his
with
opinion is.
I'm not familiar with his opinion, but I think those social tokens are going to do very, very well.
Yeah, again, Chili's specifically, as the sports world grows, and Chili's is growing into what sports it's in, I'm excited about Chili's.
And by the way, guys, shout out to the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, which is what he just talked about. Yes. I'll show you right here. This is where I have a ton of videos teaching you guys everything you need to know about technical analysis in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Technical analysis is an over 100-year-old art that the institutions have been using to trade the stock market and now the cryptocurrency market for the better part of the last century and a half. If you guys want to learn the #1 skill set that you need to become profitable in cryptocurrency, you need to sign up, because the best investment that you will ever make is an investment in yourself. The more educated you are, the more money you're going to make in crypto, and that means the more that you can give back to yourself, your family, your community, and your friends. So make sure to invest in your education. Check the link in the description box down below. We've helped nearly 5,000 students revolutionize their life by learning technical analysis to become more profitable. Check that out.
All right, Kelly, charismatic, said
Let's go.
for we are all one community, one purpose, one goal, growth, love, and service. Love it, Kelly. The lower time frames donated saying, I'm long on Crypto Beards TA.
Yeah, there we go. I agree. He's doing a good job.
Also, Crypto Beard has a long beard.
And by the way, guys, I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, but it is true. Everything that I know in technical analysis, it's taken me 4 years to learn it. Tim has caught up to where I am in the last 9 months because he had someone...
8, 9 months.
9 months.
No, in all reality, I didn't really do much. I was so busy with stuff. I didn't really start training until end of April. End of April
Yeah.
is when I actually really started investing
Yep.
and learning. So
Yep.
it hasn't even been 8 months.
So it's been about 5 months
Yeah.
that Tim has been learning technical analysis because I've been guiding him. He's learned all of this a hell of a lot faster than I did because he had someone to guide him. That's what I'm talking about when I say investing in your education is important, because I was studying cryptocurrency technical analysis every single day. It took me this long to get to where I am because I didn't have any guidance. If I had CT2A back before I even started cryptocurrency, I would have taken it in a heartbeat knowing what I know now. That's why it's so important to invest in your education. Drop a 1 in chat if you're a CT2A alumni. We got to run through the rest of these quick.
The average AF podcast, hashtag XRP Army, but also hashtag no maxis. I'm all in on 88 XRP and Ethereum, playing it safe until the next bear market to load up. Also love the NF reference. Come on, NF
Boom.
is great.
No.
Smay's not a fan, though.
Smay's not a fan. I love NF.
Too aggressive for him. Go look up NF. Great rapper.
NF's a great rapper.
Once you've heard one of his songs, you've heard them all.
You're wrong.
That's
That's
false.
absolutely
So true.
false.
This is the first. This from Corey. This is the first year I'm in crypto. Large thanks to you guys. That being said, I'm not trying to have to buy many coins. I'm limiting myself to 5 for now. That's probably pretty
That's
smart.
a good idea.
Makes
That's
it
a
lot
very
easier
good
to
idea.
track.
That's a good idea.
Rise of the Crypto Walker said, Grand Rising fellas, are there any tax advantages to selling out of a coin into another coin instead of USD or stable coins? Advantages versus disadvantages.
Telling you any advantages or disadvantages would constitute financial advice or tax advice, and I can't give you that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Juan Pedro, he just said, agree with Tim. Remember people like Kiyosaki. He said when Bitcoin gets to X price, he will buy. I don't think that he missed the train, but he keeps his mouth shut on other institutional money for sure.
Kiyosaki's a smart man, and I guarantee you he's in Bitcoin.
Yep. But he was one who said, I'm not going to get in until like 25.
25,
It
I
never
think he
hit
said.
25.
It never hit 25.
I don't think that means he's not in.
No, I think he's in.
Yeah, I think he's in.
I'm pretty sure he's in.
Horace Sogbajor said, thoughts on Ecomi.
I've heard a lot about it. I haven't done a lot of research on it just yet, so I can't tell you that.
Matt C said, I got to run early today, but I just wanted to send a shout out to Jeb for a great job on ATB yesterday
Thank
and
you.
to this amazing community. It's great to see everyone helping each other. See you all tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. This community is great.
It is
It is
amazing.
a pleasure to get to be with you guys every
Yep.
single morning and read your chat.
Yep.
Hopefully someday soon we will have an in-person meetup
That's
for
gonna be
anyone who's
great.
available to come out and we'll get to meet you guys.
That'd
and
be
talk
awesome.
in person. That'd be awesome.
Put a 1 in chat if you want that.
Put a 1 in chat if you want an in-person meetup. Absolutely.
Gabby TC said, would you say Bitcoin is healthy now or a pullback is still on the horizon, given that September is also known for pullbacks?
I think it's healthy, and we
Yeah.
actually talked about September. I think I did a dedicated video on that a couple days ago, so you can check the channel on that. I think that we're pretty healthy on Bitcoin right now. I think it's done a lot of consolidation. I think a move to the upside should be expected in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and again, not that we expect that, depending on how we get it, the Bitcoin TA probably won't get that many views, I don't think. I don't know what we're going to title it.
Yeah.
But for you guys who are watching and you want Bitcoin TA, we're going to make that for you guys today because we didn't have time to do it today, but there are actually a lot of interesting points from a technical standpoint.
Yeah,
about
there
Bitcoin.
are. Absolutely.
Ivan Cortez said, my motion designer email keeps getting read, but no response. I love you guys. Is Ethereum going below 3,000?
Can we make a point to figure out what's going on there?
No, so just, Ivan, I'm on that. So I was talking
I wanna read that email.
I was talking with Taylor yesterday. The best person for you to connect with is our graphic designer. So I think you've been forwarded over to her, and when she has the chance, she's going to reach out to you. She's a full-time student, our graphic designer, so her time is limited. But
Can you have that forwarded to me also? I want to read that.
just so you know, Ivan, Jeb hasn't read it. I've read it. Shannon's read it. Our marketing director, our customer service. We are super excited about you. We're just trying to get you plugged in to the right person to make
Yeah.
sure you can
Okay.
help.
I'm glad something's going on there because
Yep.
I wanted to make sure we weren't missing that.
No, that is
Cool.
not being ignored. Again,
Okay.
This is something that I was talking about just yesterday with Taylor. Tommy Lou said, sign up for CT2A and smash those likes. The
Do
beard
it.
is glorious.
That is
on.
true. Tim's beard is pretty glorious.
Yeah, come on.
Is that all of
Try
them?
every day. That's, so far.
Looks like we caught up.
So
we
far-
actually caught up on time.
We just saw a new comment say Tim on ATB. Smay and I were talking about this morning. We need to get on Ben. It seems like Ben's scared of Smay and I.
I'm gonna talk to
that's
him.
exactly
I'm gonna
right.
talk to BJ today actually, and I'll ask him if Tim could come on ATB in one of my slots or something. I think it'd be cool to have.
I don't
Tim
want to
on.
take your slot. No,
We'll add another slot.
Tell him when he has a light day, Smay
a
and I
light
will
day.
come on. We'll make the show 10 times better.
Oh, both of you will go on at the same time.
Well, no, I think at this point, maybe in the future, but
That'd be cool.
I think it'd be cool to have a Smay and Tim
That'd be pretty cool.
collaboration.
That'd be pretty cool. Heck yeah.
We would take it over and ruin the show.
That would be
In a
pretty
good
hilarious.
way.
That'd be pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Drop a 1 in chat if you'd like to see that happen. Guys, that's all we got for you today. Like we talked about a second ago, we got a lot of new content coming up this afternoon. I'm going to make a dedicated video on the CBBI. You guys aren't going to want to miss that. I'm going to go over exactly how it's calculated, the history of it, so that you guys have something to reference. And also make sure to stay tuned because we're going to be doing some Bitcoin technical analysis as well. Can't wait to do that. If you haven't already liked the video, smash those likes. I know we can hit 1,500 before we wrap it out. Got a lot of really cool stuff going on behind the scenes. Some more launches coming up relatively soon. A lot of stuff going on with the sets. We got a lot of really cool things coming, so make sure to subscribe to the fastest growing technical analysis channel on YouTube. You're not going to want to miss what we have coming for the rest of this week and next week. Really cool things are happening, and we want to bring you the highest quality, most educational and informational content possible with humility and integrity, showing you both sides of the argument so that you can make informed decisions and profit in the cryptocurrency space. If that's something you stand behind, smash that subscribe button. I want us to get to 200K subs in the next month and a half or so. I cannot wait for that day. Shout out to every one of our subscribers. And by the way, shout out to our members as well. You guys are awesome. We've got a ton of you guys now. We're going to have some special things coming up for you guys relatively soon, so stay tuned for that. You can hit the join button down below to become a part of that. Also, make sure to follow us on social media at CryptoJeb over on Instagram and Twitter, and at CryptoJeb Official over on TikTok. Also, check out our subreddit and our Facebook, both of which are in the description box down below. Anyway, guys, that is all I got for you today. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.